Hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel, and this is about sastra. Yay! Okay everyone, thank you so much to click this video and to stop by to watch me now. And today I'm going to have another reactions video, yes, as always. And actually it's not a reactions video, but it's more to a confirmations and also a discussion video. Because this is a discussions video, I need you to give your idea and your opinion in my comment box down below, related with the things that are the topic that I'm going to share to you today. And the topic is going to be about related with the current issue that happened in Malaysia in the last couple of days, that Al Jazeera, as one of big TV stations in Asia, broadcast wrong news about Malaysia, about how Malaysia conduct their lockdown. They really give wrong information, and that disappoint so many people here in Indonesia, in the world, in Malaysia as well. So related with that, it triggers my curiosity to find more information about the history or even the experience of Al Jazeera media with other countries in the world. Here I have already collect some information and data related with that, how Al Jazeera deal with other countries on earth. Is Malaysia the only country that had bad experience with Al Jazeera, or there are many other countries that had ever got a bad experience with Al Jazeera TV station? Here I have already collect some information from the media of Indonesia or even in international media. Mostly I collect from the newspaper and magazines, and I think that they are so credible enough with their information given here. Here we come to the very first country that had ever got bad experience out of Malaysia with Al Jazeera is Indonesia. It's surprising me a lot to find out that Indonesia ternyata pernah memiliki sejarah atau experience yang bad dengan Al Jazeera. Here in majalah.tempo.co it's written that jurnalis lepas Al Jazeera Jock Hewson dilarang masuk lagi ke Indonesia. Hewson yang selama ini tinggal di Jakarta mengetahui pencekalannya, knowing that he was banned by Indonesian government when he was in Philippines. Saya dilarang datang kembali ke Indonesia dengan alasan yang tidak jelas, kata Hewson yang dia ketik di akun Twitternya. Knowing that he was banned by Indonesian government, then Hewson asking for the clarification and sending letter to Indonesian president at that time. There he said that saya bilang tidak tahu, dan satu-satunya hal yang terpikir adalah mengirimkan surat ke kantor staf presiden meminta klarifikasi kebijakan untuk rencana perjalanan saya ke Papua, kata Hewson here. Setelah keluar dari Indonesia pekan lalu, Hewson tidak kembali diizinkan. He was not allowed to come back to Indonesia after he left Indonesia for Philippines at that time. Here, juru bicara Direktorat Jenderal Imigrasi or the spokesperson of Indonesian Immigration Department, Agung Sampurno, said that pencekalan terhadap Hewson atau the ban on Hewson is based on the request from Tentara Nasional Indonesia or Indonesian National Army yang dilayangkan pada 9 Februari 2017. Pencegahan tersebut berlaku hingga 6 bulan ke depan. So he was banned not to be able to come to Indonesia for next 6 months. Menurut Agung, Hewson diduga melanggar pasal 75 ayat 1 Undang-Undang Keimigrasian. He's breaking the rules of Indonesians immigrations. Orang asing di Indonesia yang melakukan kegiatan berbahaya dan patut diduga membahayakan keamanan dan ketertiban umum dilarang masuk Indonesia. Agung menyanggah bahwa kabar imigrasi mendeportasi Hewson. He was not deported, but he was banned to come back to Indonesia after leaving for Philippines, not to be able to come back in Indonesia for 6 months. Because what? Because based on the request of Tentara Nasional Indonesia, and it's a surprising things to know that when it comes to Tentara Nasional Indonesia or Indonesian National Army, it must be a very huge things. It's a big deal. There must be something like a very important and very urgent. Kenapa sampai Tentara Nasional Indonesia bisa request imigrasi not to allow him to come back to Indonesia? Wow, because what? Because he is going to tell something like very biased information related with Papua issues in Indonesia, he want to travel to Papua and then broadcast something there, just asking up to the Papua itself without asking from the for the clarifications of the government, something like they really did to Malaysia. So I think that Malaysia is not the only country, finally I know it now, that had better experience with Al Jazeera TV station. Now we go to the second country yang pernah memiliki bad experience with Al Jazeera is Egypt atau Mesir. Here it's written in wikipedia.org. It's written that on December 29, 2013, three journalists working for Qatar-based international news channel Al Jazeera English. The first one is from Australia, the second one is from Canada, and the third one is Egyptian itself, were taken into custody by Egyptian security forces at the Marriott Hotel in Cairo, following a raid at their room, which was used the news channel remote studio. So they were like in a Marriott Hotel, and then they have one small room in the Marriott Hotel, and then they turn that room into a studio and broadcast news from there related to the things, the current issue that happened in Egypt at that time. Then because of they giving that wrong information, then the Egyptian security forces take them into the custody, and then the Egyptian interior minister confirmed the arrest and said that the journalists were accused of reporting false news, which was damaging to the national security of Egypt. Wow. It's almost the same thing that happened in Malaysia, in Indonesia, and also happened to Egypt, that they were there giving you false information which can damage the national security of that country. Wow, that's so bad. Okay, we're gonna go to the next country. It's Iraq. Here in www.dw.com, I do believe that dw.com is a very big channel and also a very big news portal in the world. It says that Al Jazeera says that it has been banned from Iraq over its reporting. Iraqi officials have reportedly revoked the broadcaster's license, marking the third time Al Jazeera has been banned in Iraq. So at that time, it was not the first time for Al Jazeera was banned in Iraq, so it was the third time that they were banned in Iraq. The news organization that it was told it had violated codes of conduct and other rules. It says that the Qatar-based news organization on Wednesday said that its office in Baghdad had been shut down after the government accused it of violating laws. According to the Pan-Arab broadcaster, Iraq Communications Media and Commission (CMC) accused the company of violations of the official codes and conduct and broadcasting rules and regulations. Wow. Almost the same reason, almost the same thing happened in Iraq as well. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. What country for the next? The next country is going to be Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Here in the CNN, we know that CNN, it's a very big TV station here, and also the big news portal in the world. It's read that Al Jazeera has been blocked in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. Wow. The website of the Qatari-owned international news broadcaster could not be accessed in their country on Wednesday. So at that day, website of Al Jazeera cannot be broadcasted in Saudi Arabia and also in the United Arab Emirates because it's blocked and is banned by the government. Here what I read that Al Jazeera really broadcast something like a very sensitive things related with Saudi Arabia and then Iran, Syria and Yemen that happens there. They really broadcast like a very sensitive issues related with those countries that may make the relationship between those countries even worse. So that's why finally Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates decide to ban that TV station, and so that's why they cannot access the website of the Al Jazeera in their country for several days. Wow, so not surprising, yes. Next, is we are going to go to China. China is another country that already banned Al Jazeera. Here I got this information from Indonesian BBC News. Okay, BBC News is also very big TV news portal. Cina usir wartawan Al Jazeera. Dikatakan di sini bahwasanya kantor berita Al Jazeera mengatakan mereka terpaksa menutup kantor bironya di Beijing, Cina setelah reporter untuk program bahasa Inggris mereka diusir dari negara itu. Another case same happen like the reporters or the journalists do in Indonesia. Mereka diusir, not to be allowed to come back to Indonesia or to China here. Next, India. India also has that experience related with Al Jazeera, bad experience with Al Jazeera. Here, what I can say that I got this information is from www.opindia.com. It says that Al Jazeera giving wrong information related with the India and even getting the condition worse between like there is a conflict between Muslim and Hindu in India. So that's why here India feels like need to ban or need to block the Al Jazeera TV station because it just giving information like want to provocate some things and even make the condition worse in India there. Now we go to the next one. Is going to be Bahrain. Bahrain has banned the Arabic television channel Al Jazeera from reporting from inside the Gulf state. Information Minister Nabil Al-Hamr said on Friday, according to the news bulletin on the Qatar-based channel. Mr. Al-Hamr said that the ban was being imposed because the station was biased toward Israel and against Bahrain. So the Bahrain news portal Allied-Media.com here said that the information given by Al Jazeera is very biased toward Israel and against Bahrain. So that's why finally they blocked their TV station in that country. Here what I can say that Al Jazeera really did not for once, not for twice, but they really did it for so many times, giving this kind of biased informations and not correct informations, and they broadcast it in widely. Here, what really makes me disappointed with Al Jazeera TV station is that they don't really paying attention to the government of each country on how hard they trying to protect their citizens, how hard they're trying to put the situations safe, to put the situations under control, damai, tenang, aman. They never think how hard the government of each country doing that. They just come as a foreigner, trying to giving fresh news, trying to giving out of the box news, but really can provocate and bisa mengguncang suasana dan bisa tidak stabilkan suasana di dalam setiap country. And I will disappoint with that because actually giving news is like giving education, educating people, informing people. Or even if there is something not good, then you can give the solutions. It's not only giving or blaming to the government. Here, I think that whether the government is wrong or right, journalists or reporter need to be there to report the things, that real things happen. The thing that you need to do is just like doing the research, giving the informations really based on the situations, asking or interviewing the government, need the clarification. Do not just have the idea from your side and then you broadcast it to the whole world, because it might be a wrong information and it may hurt other people and it may create a very big conflict inside of that country. And after that happen, what is your responsibility? Kalau misalnya sebuah negara sudah terjadi konflik, akan berita kamu, akan informasi yang sudah kamu berikan, terus apa tanggung jawab kamu? Just enjoying the show, just enjoying the conflict happen in the country. I think that's really not wise. Wow. Okay everyone, I think that's all for today's video. I hope that you can give your idea in the comment box related to this topic. I really wait for your idea. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video good, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and if you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching everyone. Salam serumpun from Indonesia. Assalamualaikum. Happy weekend.